What I like to do is actually give an overview of New Zealand's retirement village structure, the industry structure. And the reason I like to do that is it helps to set the framework for answering some of those common questions. We'll then work through some of those common questions and end with a Q&A session. So like mentioned, my name is Paula and I'm the founder of a website called Village Guide. You may have been on Village Guide before. What Village Guide does, it lists all the retirement villages throughout New Zealand with information on each, and we also have a resource centre on there. So in that resource centre there's articles and checklists and booklets. I've brought our main booklet along with me today if you'd like to take a copy at the end of my talk this morning. But that's just, it goes into more detail of what I'll be covering today. And it's just really there, that resource centre, to help people make an informed decision about whether moving into a retirement village is the right choice for you personally. Okay, so jumping right into it. So New Zealand's retirement village industry is governed by the Retirement Villages Act 2003. And this Act makes provisions for 5 areas. So the registration of retirement villages, occupation right agreements, and I'll be going through what they are, the Code of Residence Rights, the complaints facility and dispute resolution, and this really important document called the Code of Practice. And I'll be talking you through what the Code of Practice is and why it's so important as I move through my talk this morning. There's also some organisations that you want to be aware of. So the Retirement Village Association, there's also the Retirement Villages Residents Association, and the Commission for Financial Capability, so the CFFC. And the reason that the CFFC is so important is they actually house the Retirement Commissioner, and it's her role to monitor the impact of retirement village legislation and talk to government about updating legislation as it's required. The Retirement Village Association, so you've likely heard of the RVA before. So who they represent is managers, operators and developers. And they're really well established here in New Zealand. So they actually represent 95% of the industry. An important part of their role is they have this accreditation program. So if a retirement village is a member of the RVA, then once every 3 years, they will be audited against their compliance with the Code of Practice. So the Code of Practice, it's the document that sets out a minimum set of requirements that all retirement villages must comply with. And it's this what's being audited when a village is a member of the RVA. And they also do a lot of lobbying and representation and talking to different levels of government. The next association is the Retirement Villages Residents Association. So they are the voice for residents themselves. So to become a member of this association, you simply have to be a resident of a registered retirement village here in New Zealand. And they're doing lots of really good work. So I suggest you have a look on their website. They've got their own resources there, and it will give you a bit more information of the type of activities that they get up to.